Welcome back to Narcissism Freedom, the channel where healing becomes power and your voice becomes your strength. Whether you're new here or you've been walking this journey with us for a while, I want you to know something right away.
You are not weak.
You are not broken. You are not behind. You are strong, and you are a force to be reckoned with. If you've survived narcissistic abuse, emotional manipulation, or psychological control, your strength has already been proven. You don't need permission to claim it. You don't need validation from the people who tried to silence you. The fact that you are still standing, still searching for truth, still choosing growth over bitterness, means your spirit is powerful. A narcissist never goes after weak people. They target light. They target empathy. They target those with depth, compassion, and resilience. You were never chosen because you were fragile. You were chosen because you were strong, and they believed they could benefit from your strength. But here's what they didn't count on. They didn't count on your awakening. There comes a moment in every survivor's life where the fog lifts, where you stop blaming yourself, where you stop shrinking, where you stop apologizing for existing. And when that moment comes, your energy shifts. Your voice changes. Your presence becomes grounded. And suddenly, the same people who once felt powerful over you start to feel uncomfortable around you. That's what happens when you reclaim your power. Strength isn't loud. Strength isn't aggressive. Strength doesn't need to prove anything. True strength is calm. It's rooted. It's unshakable. It's the kind of strength that says, I know who I am, and I don't need your approval to be it. You are a force to be reckoned with because you've learned how to stand in truth even when your truth was ignored. You've learned how to keep going even when your heart was tired. You've learned how to rebuild even when everything you trusted fell apart. And that kind of strength can't be manipulated. Narcissists thrive on control, reaction, and emotional supply. They want to feel important by making others feel small. But when you stop reacting, when you stop explaining yourself, when you stop seeking their understanding, something shifts. You become untouchable. Not because you're cold. Not because you're bitter. But because you're clear. Clarity is power. You no longer need to argue your worth. You no longer need to convince anyone of your value. You no longer need to prove that your pain was real. You know what you experienced. You know what you survived. And that knowing gives you a strength that no one can take from you. You are a force to be reckoned with because you didn't let trauma define you. You let it refine you. You took what tried to break you and turned it into wisdom. You took what tried to silence you and turned it into discernment. You took what tried to control you and turned it into boundaries. And boundaries are not walls. They are declarations. They say, this is where I end and you begin. They say, you don't get to decide who I am. They say, I choose myself now. That choice changes everything. You don't need to be perfect to be powerful. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to be fearless. Strength is not the absence of fear. Strength is choosing not to let fear run your life. And you're doing that every time you say no to what harms you. Every time you walk away from what drains you. Every time you honor your intuition instead of your guilt. Your intuition is your inner compass. Narcissistic environments teach you to doubt it. Healing teaches you to trust it again. And when you trust yourself, you become unstoppable. You become someone who doesn't settle. Someone who doesn't chase approval. Someone who doesn't beg for love. You start attracting what matches your growth. Not because you're trying, but because you've changed your frequency. You are a force to be reckoned with because your energy is no longer available for manipulation. Your time is no longer up for debate. Your peace is no longer negotiable. You protect your nervous system now. You protect your heart now. You protect your future now. And that is power. You don't need to explain your boundaries to people who benefit from you having none. You don't need to justify your distance to people who disrespected your presence. You don't need to apologize for choosing peace over chaos. Your growth will make some people uncomfortable. Your healing will make some people defensive. Your strength will make some people feel small. That's not your problem. Your responsibility is not to stay small so others can feel big. Your responsibility is to become who you were always meant to be. And that person is powerful. Not because you dominate. Not because you control. but because you are sovereign. You own your choices. You own your voice. You own your direction. You no longer hand your power to people who misuse it. That's why you're a force to be reckoned with. Because now, your presence speaks before your words do. You don't need to announce your strength. You don't need to advertise your boundaries. You don't need to defend your standards. People feel it. They feel your grounded energy. They feel your self-respect. They feel your refusal to be pulled into dysfunction. And that changes the way they approach you. Some will rise to meet you. Some will fall away. Both are part of the journey. You're not here to convince everyone. You're here to live in alignment. Alignment is when your actions match your truth. When your words match your values. When your life reflects your self-worth. And that is magnetic. You are strong because you didn't give up on yourself when it would have been easier to numb out. You are strong because you chose awareness over denial. You are strong because you chose growth over comfort. And now, you're becoming someone who can't be controlled, only respected. That's the kind of person narcissists fear. Not because you fight them, but because you no longer need them. You don't need their validation. You don't need their approval. You don't need their narrative. You have your own. And your story is no longer about survival. It's about sovereignty. It's about rising. It's about becoming. It's about reclaiming every part of you that was once dimmed. So if you're listening to this and you're still doubting your strength, let me remind you, you're still here. You're still healing. You're still choosing yourself. That alone makes you powerful. You are a force to be reckoned with because you are no longer asleep to who you are. You are awake. You are aware. You are evolving. And nothing is more powerful than a person who knows their worth and refuses to betray it. If this message resonates with you, make sure you support the channel by liking this video, sharing it with someone who needs encouragement, commenting your thoughts below, and subscribing to Narcissism Freedom so you don't miss future uploads. Your healing matters. Your voice matters. Your strength matters. And I'm proud of you for being here. You are strong. You are powerful. And you are a force to be reckoned with.